This class, the purpose of this skilled enterprise class is to take ourselves through a mini business process session that could help ourselves stand in present times like this. So either you are into business or you are working in an establishment. Every one of us is into business, and business is all about value. Now, when you are doing something, either working under an organization or you own that organization by yourself, now the purpose of your engagement in that organization, the purpose of your engagement in that organization is for the purpose of value. Is for the purpose of value. So my main purpose for engaging this class is for the purpose of value, because I know that when I communicate value, I get value back. When I reach value to you, I got value back. Thank you for joining, Diana. So you joined a bit late, so I'm going to be sharing the course handouts so that you can download, and then we can, because we'll be working together with it. So Diana, please check the chat and try and download the course handout while we go on. So I'm trying to just establish the foundation of the class. It's not about the numbers, it's about the impact that it brings to you. And that is what business is all about. Now, when you go into starting an enterprise or working in an enterprise, you don't start from the numbers, because most times when people want to do business, we started for, oh, you're engaging in a business. We started from, and we start looking at, oh, how many numbers? You want to open a shop today, you want to open a store today, and you start counting numbers of profit. No, it doesn't work like that. And that's why one of the requirements I stated in this class is patience for growth. The reason why many people has not been able to take leadership up is because impatient for growth. We want it and we want it now. It doesn't happen like that in the business. It doesn't happen like that in this new world, in the enterprise world. And so this enterprise that we are taking ourselves through today is a two-way thing. So either you are unemployed, either you are employed, either you are working for, you are trying to do something by yourself. So in the process of these 6 weeks, we're going to be taking ourselves through a cooking that would make us to be able to stand. So this is a cooking class, and I welcome you to this cooking class, because we are going to be cooking ourselves and open ourselves to the fundamental basic things that we can use to jumpstart ourselves. Now, there's an understanding that has happened to me and you, that when we are living, because I know most of us, we travel from either from Africa or wherever to this place. Now, when we are leaving our base, I did a series sometimes about, the series is titled, I'm trying to get it now, Refugee and Migrant. And I define a migrant in that session. Who is a migrant? Migrant is someone, you're living well in your country, but you decide that, no, I can move from this place into another place to do something better for myself. That is what migrant is all about. And that is what most of us and many of us have done. We decide to travel to Dubai or wherever we decide to travel because we believe that we can have a better life for ourselves when we leave our base. Most of you, you sell your phone, you sell your car, you sell your land. Most of you, you gather money, you save a while, and then you say, you know what, I am going to Dubai to relocate to Dubai. Now, a refugee is someone, there is war. For example, like the war going on in Ukraine now. There is war, and then they need to escape their life. But I know me and you, we didn't leave our country because there is war. We left our country. Yes, the system and the process, the condition, the environment might not be what we want, but we left because we decide to say, you know what, I am leaving. I'm going to Dubai to get a better life for myself. But when we are leaving, there is a little understanding that was put in our head, and that is the understanding of survivor. We didn't leave our country to go and create. We left our country to go and survive. And then many people, many of us are in that rat race of survivor, rat race of trying to get a meaning for our living. A lot of us are like that. A lot of us are in that rat race. The rat race of trying to get a meaning for our living. And then we've been in this rat race. Some has been there 2 years, 3 years, 4 years of trying to, and then we were there also. And when we were leaving our base, we believe everyone that goes to abroad, everyone that goes to abroad, they have this kind of wealth. And then we've seen some people come back with wealth when we are growing up. They say, he's been in London for 30 years. But you and me will agree that we have some people that will come home then that will not give us anything. In fact, you will go and greet them, they'll give you chocolate. You will ask for school fees. Maybe you have a brother or sisters, then you will have for school fees, and then they can give you half of it. And you'll be wondering, but this brother is in London now. He's been in London for the past 10 years. Then we have some people that will come back. They will lavish money. They will spend money. They will do party. They will do this, do this, do this. And then we start comparing. And then when somebody is traveling and you say, no, let me just go in the next 6 months, I know I'm going to make 1 billion dirham and I'm going to come back. But when you now travel and you now get into Dubai, you start facing the reality of life. And then most times start asking yourself, is this the abroad they are talking about? And when people ask you money from home and you tell them, oh boy, I don't get anything for hand now, they start looking at you like, what is your problem? It is abroad. Now, the reality of life has shown to us that it is not all those people that it is not all those people that we see. It is not all those people. It is not all those people that we are seeing that are doing legitimate things. It is not all of them that are doing legitimate things, but they lie to us and they make us feel as if, oh, we are not doing well. Oh no. But the reality is now popping up, it's coming up to me and you now, that know that it doesn't work like that. Now, it doesn't work like that. Now, I am using this as a foundation for what we are going through. That we left Africa, we left wherever we come from with a mind of survival and not a mind for creation. The people that left for creation today are the people, me and you, we are running to submit to our CVs to. You go in the street of London, you go in the street of Canada, you go in the street of UAE, you will see a 2 Pakistan guy selling chai, tea. But me and you will be glad in our hearts to go there and pay 1 dirham and buy that tea. buy that shawarma. Say, if I have 5 dirham, I will take shawarma and tea. Why? We are not able to switch into that line because we have this understanding that because I have left my country, I need to make the billion. But we forgot to know that the little 11111, the creation of 111 is what makes the ocean. And that is why I am not moved by the numbers. I am moved by the impact. And I'm not going to take you to mind renovation, whatever, because we have a facilitator for that will be doing that when it comes to that class. But I'm just trying to, this is my own class. So I'm just trying to create a base of what we need to learn. Thank you, Irene, for joining. This is, what do they call it? This is an handbook class. So I'm going to be sharing the handbook again for you to be able to download, because that is what we are going to be using for this session as we go. So the first course we are going to be talking about is personal leadership. And why this personal leadership? Because you see, you cannot create without being a leader, without being a leader. You cannot create without being a leader. You cannot create without being a leader. So everyone, you can just switch your handout if you have it there. Just go to the page, Module 1, Understanding Personal Leadership. Now, you cannot lead, you cannot create without being a leader. Either you are working in an establishment, or you are unemployed at the moment, or you are in a business, or you want to start something. You need a leadership mentality. And when we say leadership, we are not talking about position. We are not talking about, how do they call it? We are not talking about position. We are not talking about title. We are talking about ability to lead yourself into result-oriented living. Ability to lead yourself to create, ability to lead yourself to build. And you see, I will not come and say, you know what, okay, let's chuckle, go to the next course, entrepreneurship, process, sales. No, without having this foundation. So I need you to come up into the leadership role. Now, look at the class that we are now. We have like 5 here, right? Open to have every other person join. Now, if I didn't possess a leadership spirit to create, it will be hard for me to kick and say, you know what, oh no, the leadership. So and that leadership is personal leadership. By introduction, what in your life do you need to take great ownership of right now? Leadership is, personal leadership is all about ownership. So I'm sure you might have a pen beside you, you may have a jotter beside you, you may have a jotting note beside you. Please, just look at yourself and say, what is that thing in my life do I need to take ownership of now? What is that thing do I need to take leadership for now? Now, because for that thing to generate results, there need to be a leadership instinct inside you to be able to take. Life can only be understood backward, but must be lived forward. Now, when you understand the things that has happened to you, then you can now change. Looking at the current situation of the Black community in the UAE now. So how do we begin to change the narratives? We need to move from a consuming people into a creating people. And you see, that consuming thing is what most of us, our nation, we are all consuming. Oh, they bring it from Igbo, we are okay, this. I know where I come from, even like matches, we are not producing. So we are just consuming. The best dress, we are the one. The best food, we are the one. The best restaurants, we are part of the one. The best clothes, we are the one. So we don't have this creation thing. And creation, personal leadership begins from ownership. You need to own your life and own yourself for you to be able to create. Own your life, own yourself for you to be able to create. And ownership is all about personal aspiration. And for personal aspiration, you need to understand your self-image. Now, everyone, please look on the screen now. The stage of your life. Now, I have some 5, okay, up to like 6 to 7 signs here. And if you have it there, I have go, these are the signs. U-turn, for those of you that are driving, this is park. This is, there is a rough edge, like a roundabout everywhere. Now, this is a barricade, and this is a snoopy road, and this is a edge road. Now, for all of you that is looking at the screen right now, so look at yourself, look at your life. Just look at your life and ask yourself this question: when was your life going smoother? So let's start from the first one, go. Is it when you are the early part of your life? Or is it when you are a teenager? Or is it when you are an early adult, all those? Or you believe that your life will go smoother later? Or is going smoother now? Or is I'm sure you're with me. Please let me know if we are. You can just use the chat box to let me know if we are together, so it won't be as if I'm just recording only. So understand. So look at your life. Is it going smooth? What is the stage of your life now? When did you ever experience things going smoother? So we want to deal with your personal image, because it is your personal image that will make you to sit down and say, no, I can create. So I can't come and tell you God wants you to do business. I can't come and do that. I need to take you through the process of doing it. And that is what I'm doing in this class. And we have like 6 to 7 facilitators that will be coming your way for the next 2 weekends. But this is my class, and that's why I'm taking you through this process. And then so we would work together. We would work together. We would work together. We're going to be having the physical class, but this is a virtual class, so we would work together. So look at it. When did your life become a U-turn suddenly? Is it at your early age? Or your teenager? At a point, things was going fine. Suddenly, it just be as if something just turned. Is it when you are early adults with your family, with your parents? Or later you believe that, hey, the way my life is going now is going to turn, things will not go smooth again, no. Or is happening to you now? So if you have a pen, you can just write it. My early age, things stopped. In my teenage, a thing just turned. Now let's go to the next one, park. Park is, want something park. They just park a car, it's not moving again. Is it when you are young or when you are a teenager? Or you are at the crossroad, roundabout, you're just turning. Has it happened to you when you are young or when you are a teenager, or it's happening to you now, or it's going to happen to, or you are anticipating that's going to happen to you in the future? Or you have a feeling of barricade. Everything is like, bam. When did you have the feeling of barricade? Is it when you are young that you just feel something is blocking your way? There is no road there. Or when you are young. Now, another one is no headlights. You are just going. You just know, you don't know what you are doing. You just know that, look, I know I'm just, I know I am just existing. I just know I'm existing. Is it when you are young that you go through this, or when you are older now that you went through this? Or you are that car. You are like that car that one part of your life is smoother, another part is just, you know, when, I mean, for those of you, if you've seen a car driving in Africa before, those are road, you will see some place high, you just be going. So when was your life like that? Was it when you are young, or was it now that you know you are just like this? One place is bent, one place is high. When was it? For those that are just joining us, it's a handout session. So I'm going to share the handout again. So please kindly just download it, and then let's follow together. So what am I trying to talk about? I'm trying to talk about self-image. The way you see yourself is the way you create yourself. Now, for some of us that are Christians here, the Bible says God created man in his own image. God sees himself as a value-oriented person. God sees himself as an addition to existence. Now, he created so many things. He created the heaven and the earth. He created the water. He created the sea. He created the animal. But when he created all these things, he has not seen the replicant of himself. So he needs a replicant of himself to be able to do the things he is doing. Because God creates, and he wanted me and you to create. And that is what creation is. He created, and he wants me and you to create. And that's why, so he knows that animal, their creation will be limited, because they cannot create another thing. They can only create their kind. But me and human, we can recreate an animal to recreate and to recreate. And that's why you see somebody said God created mango, but we created mango juice. And you know that you can even take mango and then turn it into a different thing. You can eat it, you can do it. You know, these days of even cooking, different type of cooking, you will see ordinary things that we used to see orange, they can turn it into different thing. And that is why, because he has a positive self-image. You might be going through any of these signs in your life right now. It's possible when you experience things that are sweet is when you are just growing up. But they say when a man reaches 25 years, his eyes, he would understand what life is all about. But that is not the definition of who you are. The definition of who you are is that you are a body that can recreate. So even if you are in an organization, you are working, you are in that organization to reproduce. But for you to reproduce, you need a quality self-image of yourself that, no, I am not part of the consumers. I am a value-oriented personality. I am value-oriented personality, and that is your image. Now, how does your image impact on your effectiveness? Remember, we are talking about creation. Personal leadership is the title of this course. And for you to create, you need to be a leader. And being a leader is about leading yourself. But for you to be able to lead yourself, you need a good image of yourself, which is you need to see yourself as a value-added person. And how does this value-added person affect your effectiveness to be able to create? And that is what we are talking about now. How does your self-image impact on your effectiveness? Number one, we need to understand what kind of effectiveness. When we say personal effectiveness, what are these? Now, effectiveness, number one, appearance. Number two, intelligence. Intelligence. Number three, skills and ability. Number four, self-value. Number four, self-value. These are kinds of personal effectiveness. These are the areas of your life that you need a quality self-image in for you to be able to create value. In the area of your appearance, in the area of your intelligence, in the area of your skills and ability, in the area of your self-value, you need something. You need to see yourself anytime you appear that no, nobody be like me now. When I touch this thing, when I do my thing, for example, for those that make sense, and no, forget it. You do a good hair, but see, when I do, you will see. Cooking, no, that is when I cook, you will see. And that is what we are talking about. And that is what skills, and that is what ability. So quickly, we're going to go into another class, into the module 2. Now, define your self-image. Defining your self-image. So everyone, please take a pen and a paper and look at the screen now. So you need to answer these questions. Feel free to tick as many as you can. So number one says, we see is a tweeting, how often of this following thing happen to you? Tick your answer in appropriate column, then we'll add it when we are through. How often does these things happen to you? So please, everybody's going to tick, because everyone is going to be sharing their answers on the group chats. So you can pick 2 answers in one column. At the end, we'll join everything together. So everyone, I hope we are all looking at it now. So number one, I believe other people get more in life than I get. Never is N. Sorry, this NaL is on this thing. So N is the first column, 1 is the second column. Sorry, N is the first column, A is the second column, and SM is the second column. So you just look at the 2. So these 3 things that are here, just bring it. I hope you understand what I'm talking about. I hope we all understand what I'm talking about. Let me try and hello, are we all here? Hello, are we all here?
Yes, we are here.
Okay. All right. So I think I'm trying to see if I can. Okay. Let me see if I can bring a better session of that class. Okay. So let me just help us to take this session I'm talking about now. Now, please answer this question sincerely. How often does any of the following happen to you? Tick your answers in appropriate column. Now we have the N, we have the always, and we have the sometimes. So you are. So what you would do everyone, what you would do, take your paper, if you have a paper with you, rule your paper into 3. Look at me, rule your paper into 3. So write N, AL, and SM. N, AL, and SM. So now, when we start answering these questions, if it sometimes happens to you, if let's say, okay, sometimes it happens, always it happens. If you have 2 answers on the same row, you can give 2 answers to the same numbers. You can give 2 answers. You know, sometimes some things happen to you. Sometimes some things just always. So if one question, you can give 2 answers to it. One question, you can give 2 answers to it. So if it happens to you like that, I hope we all understand it before we move on. Do we understand it? Do we understand it? Please, 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 before
Yes.
before we move on, so
Yes,
that we don't do repeat. All right, so let's go. Number 1. Okay. I believe other people get more in life than I get. I believe other people get more in life than I get. We need to go quickly. We still have 2 more courses. So I love what I see in the mirror. That is yourself. I'm not sure people will love me if they really know who I am. Okay, sorry. So look at these questions, then answer. Please feel free to, you can answer 2 questions in one line, please. This is the basis of our knowledge. So we are going into other classes, please. I love what I say in the mirror. I'm not sure people love me when they really know who I am. I think people enjoy my company. I think I have a low self-esteem. When I meet people, I don't know I feel shy and less confidence. I think my colleague sees me as an interesting person. Your colleague can be your roommate, can be your workmate, can be your friend. I bore people. I think I make good impression on others. So I think so we can go to the next question now quickly. Number 11, I look stupid, never, or always, or sometimes. If it is always and sometimes, so just write it always and sometimes. Yeah. Number 12, I'm satisfied with my physical look. I sometimes wish I could be like others. I like people. I think people really like me. Okay. Let's just move on. So quickly, because of time. Okay, I hope we are all going through this. Please, this is a learning class. I begged you, let's just answer this. It's an interactive class. I'm not here to speak English. I'm here for us to build ourselves. So let's go. All right. So we can go to the 3rd question now. The 3rd question says, I think things never work for me. I feel proud of myself. I feel proud of some things I have done. I think I am ugly. I love challenges. I wish I could change the place with someone else. All right, quickly. Just answer those questions. It happens sometimes. It happens always. If it happens sometimes and always, just tick. Let's go. Now we are building your image to be able to create value that generate result for you. Because business is all about value. Now, see, I didn't mention money. I mentioned value, because when you generate value, you make money. So So let's deal with that quickly. Okay. So now let's begin to summarize our numbers. So just go through those 3 lines that you ruled in your paper. You can see these 3 lines that you ruled in your paper. Calculate everything that you write under N. Calculate everything that you write under AL. Calculate everything that you write under SM. And then join everything together, and then you would get one figure. So if you write 5 year, 6 year, 7 year, calculate, I mean, you write one, you tick it, yes, it happens to you, it happens to you. So just let us get the figures. Okay, no problem, Mr. Emmanuel, no problem. So people, are you doing, you have the manual with you, so you can actually use that and also just do that. So before we move back to the manual. Okay. So if you have an answer, let us know. You can either drop it on the group, or you can just unmute to tell us your answer. All right, all right. If you've done your calculation. Hello. Okay, someone here. Hello, hello, hello. Are we together? This is a class, so this is not a conference. So please just do your calculation, look at your screen, and give us your number. I'm just facilitating the process for us people. So please, let's go through it quickly. All right, so you do your calculation. If you have the handout, just go through it. Now, I'm sure you should have a summation with you. So this is the analysis. If all your calculation is between 0 to 12, it means your self-image is good if you are truly honest with yourself, or else you are indeed far from self-acceptance or self-recognition. So if you've done all your calculation and what you get is between 0 to 12, and you are real with your answers, but if you are not real, then self-acceptance and self-recognition, you're dealing with it. Because you can't create if you lack a self-recognition and self-acceptance mentality. That's just the reality, and that's just the truth. I can't do this that I'm doing with you if my self-recognition, my self-image is having issues. I'll be afraid. I'll be scared of what will people say. Oh, I'll be scared of how many people would come. What if nobody comes? Oh, what if 2 people join? Oh, what if 1 people come? Oh, what if this business fail? What if they steal my money? Or what if I go into partnership and the person eats my money? So that is why you need it. Number 2, so if your answer is between 13 and 22, this is a good score. It means that you know yourself. You know yourself and you understand your strengths. This also means you are not perfect. This clearly shows you have a good self-image and quite confident about yourself. If your number is between 13 to 22, if your number is between 23 to 33, your self-image is averagely good, but you have not accepted yourself for who you are. You are too aware of your weakness, and this dampened your image. That is, if this is the number you have, 35 to 50, your self-image is not good. You probably have a problem with self-confidence. If you've sum everything together and you are on 34 to 50, there's a problem. There's a serious problem. You cannot create. That's just reality. Because every time fear will be coming to you. To come up with new ideas will be a serious problem for you. You will always be part of a consumer. You can never be part of people that create. And because, see, the solution to stand out in the current times that we are is the creation mentality. And that is what this foundation is all about. Creation mentality. We need to be able to create. And so when we are able to have a foundation that we have the capacity to do that, then teaching process, teaching creation, how to put products together can easily be done. How to do selling can easily be done. How to do business development can easily be done. And so that is why this course is so important. And these are my experiences. It's not copying. These are what I go through myself and build. And so the foundation of personal leadership is simply building a quality self-image. For that to happen, you need to shed some weight. So the question I'm asking you this evening is, what burden are you carrying? Personal leadership is the foundation to creation. But personal leadership will help you to develop the quality needed to create something. But for you to create something, if you are carrying load on yourself, then it's a problem. So look at the screen now, everybody. What do you tell yourself regarding the areas you are experiencing problem? Now, look at my screen. Anytime you tell yourself something negative about your appearance, the result, how do you feel? How do you feel? Anytime you tell yourself positive things about your appearance, how do you feel? Write it down. Appearance. What I tell myself, I am not beautiful. Oh, this shirt that I bought is not quality enough. But anytime I tell myself, I'm good with this shirt, how do I feel? What is the result? Intelligence. Oh, I am not intelligent. Oh, I can't create something. Anytime you tell yourself those things, how do you feel? But anytime you now tell yourself, I am intelligent, how do you feel? Because this scenario happens in our life every time. There are sometimes you are in the group of some people, you tell yourself, oh, I'm good. There are sometimes you tell yourself, no, I'm not good. Especially when we live in an environment of multiple nationality like this, we tend to have that feel. Now, let's look at skills. What do you tell yourself in the area of that skill that is in your hand? That thing. Oh, I have these skills. I can do this thing. But anytime you tell yourself, because somebody is doing better or somebody has generated larger results, you tell yourself, no, no, when can we reach this place? Let's make money first. No. And in this company, me, I cannot talk. Anytime you say that, how do you feel? We can't go into this new business. No. But anytime you said, I am, what is the result? Now, you will see for yourself, if you are answering this question sincerely, you would see a sense of fulfillment in yourself. And then you begin to ask yourself, why is it if I can tell myself anytime I appear good and I feel happy about it, then why am I wasting my time telling myself I am not good because I didn't, my shirt, I wore 20 dirham shirt and somebody wore 2,000 dirham shirts? Or because we are talking and we're talking about intelligence, we're talking about minds. And anytime I say something, people say, wow, your idea is awesome. Why don't I focus on it? And then I don't feel as if, oh, because everybody's talking, I'm not talking. So these are the areas that, because these are what you need to build a skill into a business. This is what we need to create disruption now in this system that me and you is living. Take it or leave it, the system is filled, but there's space. People are collaborating, nationalities are collaborating every day and creating. I was in an office sometime like last week, or is it not, it's last week or some 2 weeks ago, and a Pakistan guy came into the office, and when he was going, he said, can you visit my restaurant? I said, oh. And we said, oh, he said, yes. He said, I have a goosey, I have a bar, white gari, I have, and he mentioned my food, your food, and I should come to a restaurant that he has and come and buy my own food. But me and you, we think, how can I create my own food? Who will eat it? But now, other people are beginning to eat our food. So every time we appear, we think, oh, I don't have the license. I don't have money for license. Oh, no. So we so much deal with the negative part, and we are all seeing the results. Me and you, we are seeing the results of it, because other nationality are beginning to sell our jollof rice. Jollof rice that Nigeria and Ghana, we are fighting over every day. I can cook, you can cook. Okay, how many Ghanaians here have now started to, okay, you know what, Ghana jollof rice, and they say, okay, come to Dera, Ghana jollof rice, Nigerian jollof rice. No, we cannot do it, because we have told ourselves that no, we cannot do it. And that is the problem. And a little people among us that has been able to get wealth for themselves are not seeing it. No, they are not seeing it. But we are all channeling our face towards one way. But I'm not going to talk about that now. It's in other classes. So always understand that you will become what you think. And me and you, we have become what we think, because we have been told that, see, when you go abroad, it's survival, and then we are now trying to survive. When we are leaving home, we create this great expectation. Don't worry, after 6 months, I'll be sending money. But COVID has happened, bang, 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 everybody. Now you cannot send money. Now you are now becoming that thing that you think. That frustration, and it is setting in. And it is clogging our creative mind. So my purpose of this class is to unlock that our creative mind. You're going to be getting a certificate, sure. But a certificate is not, that certificate is not my concern. My concern is your ability to jump out. Our ability to jump out. And that is why we would go through how to create a skill into a product. this that I'm doing today is a product. This is my business class. I have some people that have attended my class. I have classes where I do personal development. I have created a product. And that is how things grow. Product, service, even if you are selling service, create it into a product. Don't let me go into other courses because of time. So I'm trying to let us know that the way we think, we need to change. Imagine they are beginning to tell me to come and buy a bar in Pakistan shop. What is the problem? There's a problem. Because we left with survival thinking, not a creation thinking. Half of people from my country now, young people, they are jumping into UK. Everybody. Okay, what mind are we going to UK to do? Are we going to UK to create? Now, there is a report in Canada that maybe 60 to 70% of the houses in Canada, they are owned by Indian. Now, they moved into creation. When you see Indians moving, they move and to say, you know what, Jackie, Ashad, they call themselves, we start this small thing, then you go first, we start selling, Mishai, 3 people be inside, 2 people. With a creation, that is how they move. They move with 2 minds. Either we create, or is either we build. So understanding your using self-image to shape your effectiveness. So everybody take a look at the screen quickly. Take a look at the screen. I'm going to share the, okay, we have, okay, for the sake of people that just joined us, this is a workbook. I'm going to share the workbook again so we can just open it from our end. Please, let's check the, the charts, and then let's download. So using your self-image to shape your effectiveness, we are on the course of personal effectiveness. You are told that your opinions and ideas are insignificant and not important. Is it when you are young or when you become an adult? Or it's something that is happening to you now? I have an experience of someone that tell me, oh, no, we are, nobody will do you, nobody has time to do courses, nobody have time to attend something like this. Oh God, I said, look. But I have 7 people on this call. For me, it's a great success. I don't need 2 billion people. If I can communicate impact to 7 people and in the next 6 months, 3 months, and I dedicate my life to these 7 people, and I see these 7 people come out with creations, that's the joy. That's the joy of doing things. And that is where we need to move into now. So you can see the workbook. I check the chat box and see if you can download it. I'm sending it through the chat box. So check the chat. That is where I sent it to. It's on the chat. I just will let me know if you can get it through the chat. If you cannot get it, you can just quickly send me a WhatsApp message. I just shared my numbers, so I can then send it to you on WhatsApp. So tell yourself, you have been rendered useless or humiliated. Has it happened before? Or is it just happening? So look at the screen quickly and answer these questions. You are being called names that devalue you and your sense of worthiness. Oh God. You are not being given positive recognition when you deserve it. Oh God. You have not been accepted as a unique individual. Is it when you are young? Is it when you are an adult? Or it's something that is happening to you now? People behavior towards you are not consistent. You are being threatened with or experiencing physical or emotional violence. Is it happening to you now? Or has it happened to you before? Number 9, you have been given the permission that you are required to assume a false self in order to impress them to get your need met. And that is where this one, I talk about people preparing CV. You know, people just put some, and I tell people, if you lie on your CV, the day you go for that interview, it will show. Read everything. It will show. By the time one question comes to you, bam, you will stagger because it is, and even employers know now, you know, they put samples there. So they know if you see 10 CV applying for sales, if you check, you will almost see the same thing. Oh, this, then you will know this is copy. But if you write a CV from your experience, and say, you see, this is not a CV development class, so I don't want to go into that. And because what we call experience is very, very funny. We look for big English. But when someone writes experience and say, I sitting in my mother in a family business that generates so value, a good an HR that knows what is doing. No, there are some HR that doesn't know what they are doing. We see it and say, okay, sitting in family business. Okay, let's talk to this person. But this is not CV class. Let's go. You have been made fun or being ridiculed. Does it happen to you? Now, why am I saying this? Why are you answering this? If this is currently happened to you or has happened to you before, I want you to know that, look, it is not your definition at all. And practically, this is what is happening to our community. It is not our definition at all. It does not have anything. It does not have anything to do with me. It does not have anything to do with you. That is just a reality. It does not have anything to do with you. So your self-image must be right for you to create. Your self-image must be right for you. You can't create a business. You can't create something without having the right picture of yourself that you want to create it. So quickly, what to do to grow your self-image? What to do to grow your self-image so as to activate your effectiveness? It's simple. Number 1, don't hold the past thoughts. Number 2, focus on your strength and ignore your weakness. Ask for feedback when I feel I need it. Take it. If you used to do it, if you don't do it, if you are picking 1, 2, 3, please, you need to switch to 5. I'm rushing this course because of time now. You need to switch to 5. I use my thought to develop myself and not to destroy myself. Move it to 5. If it is low, tick it now. Indicate the following if it's true to you. Tick any number. I recognize every success and I celebrate it. I move from people who break me down emotionally. For me, I will tick number 5. If you are draining me, you cannot see me again. That's the reality. I know I don't have to be perfect to be loved and be respected. Please. Don't stop. Let's stop looking for that perfection. It's not doing us favor again. It's not helping us again. And I'm going to bring this into a normal life of waiting for a perfect system to get things done. Before, oh, who will buy from me? You guys, okay, look at it now. 7 people is buying from me. Now, I can show a video that I sell to 7 people, my skilled enterprise class in Dubai. But if I feel like, oh, I'm not loved, I'm not perfect, nothing will happen. I make the standard I set for myself are high and realistic. Don't set a standard that are not real. I do not compare myself to other. Current thought and attitude, that's what we are working on now. Either 1, 2, 3, 4. If you are on 1, pick it. It doesn't make you bad. We're trying to work on it because that is the foundation of creation. Number 2, I see failure as opportunity for growth and not setback. What is your current thought on that? Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? Is it 5? And number 11, at the end of each day, I recall what has affected me positively. Is it 1? Is it 2? Is it 3? Does it happen to you? What is your current thought and attitude? Is it on the scale of 1? Is it on the scale of 2? You do this? Is it on the scale of 3? Life, people, everything around us, we want to push towards the negative things that happen to us. But at the end of each day, you need a toast. I have a mentor that tell us one time that at the end of every day, he will put a wine in the glass and toast to himself that, wow, FD, you did amazing today. Oh, you did so much today. Even if when he's coming home, he lost the business, at the end of the day, he will do a toast to himself to celebrate. He's just doing it to himself. How you feel about it? He's been doing it. He said he's been doing it since he was in school. So how anybody feel about it is not important. It's not you, it's me that is fine. So that I can be able to sleep and sleep peacefully. So what we decide to focus on greatly affect what our experience would be in life. What we decide to focus on will greatly affect what our result would be in life. To move from consuming to creation, to move from the process of survival to the process of creation requires a personal leadership mentality. And personal leadership only happens with a self-image that is positive and that is good. Because if you see yourself as that you cannot add value, you would not add value. If you see your business, your ideas, your skill, that this skill cannot add value, it will not add value. So you need a self-image because creation requires leadership. I told you God, our Father, the Almighty, he took leadership of himself and said, no, we need to create something in our image. And that is the realm, the Black community, migrating from our origin to countries. That is the realm we need to move into now. That is the realm we need to move into now. Because every one of us is running to UK. Hey, with the same have escape mentality. With the same I am going to survive mentality. And then we are not going with, okay, we are 10 together. We are 5 together. How do we create? If we go to DIFC now, we will see a lot of restaurants selling Yoruba, my fufu, in their restaurants. How do we create? Now, what we are running for, they are beginning to take it gradually. And me and you, we begin to feel like big boy. We start ordering. We'll go there and go and eat. Say, you know what, when you go to one place in DIFC, you buy an amazing fufu. Those guys are Indians. They are cooking it. They took the menu from you. They employ me and you will do the menu. After they've given them the process. So leadership. I'm not talking about title. I'm talking about you yourself. Is key. And that is why I'm taking this fund up. I'm not doing mind transformation. I'm not the one taking that course. There's someone taking that mind transformation. But my course that I'm taking is personal leadership. To be able to lead ourselves. You need yourself to generate results. Please, please. Develop a positive image about yourself. Don't just quote, the Bible says, I am the light of the world. I am the city set upon the hills. You can quote it more than 1 billion times. You have to put it in the practicality of your life. Carry your shoulder. When you sit in the metro, sit. I talk about 3 things. Your appearance. Hello, hi. Speak. You know, me and you, we know English. I was privileged. I'm just going to the second course now because of time. So we can all just go to the page 1 now, which is Introduction to Entrepreneurship. While I switch, I was privileged to travel and to Spain, and I was there and I was telling myself, God, I thank you because I can speak English. You see amazing big people, they will tell you, speaking no English, I can't speak. I'm privileged to be in some groups too. We are having meeting, they will be using translators so that they can understand. But look at you. So what is now holding you back? Because we have seen ourselves as consumers only, that we cannot create. And that is why in our organization, we want to stay at the backside. We don't want to push it. They can laugh at you. You see, we will talk about idea generation. So quickly, let's just go to the second course. I hope someone, the first course, I hope the foundation came well. I hope someone gets something, just the highlight of that for you to create, you need a personal leadership mentality. For your personal leadership mentality, you need a quality self-image, because it is that quality self-image that will guide your effectiveness into creation. That's the summary of the first course. Personal leadership. The bedrock of personal leadership is self-image. When you have the image will help you to create. And when you create, you start generating value. I hope somebody gets something from that module 1. Please, let's see reactions on the chat quickly so that we can move on to the module 2. Please, if you get something, if you understand something, if you have a question, if you have a contribution, it's a class. It's not a conference. It's not a seminar. It's a class. So if you have contributions and you have questions, you can just raise your hand. You can contribute, and then we learn together as I take my own class today. Okay. Quickly. All right. Okay. So if you have the handouts, let's all go to the first class now. That's page 1 and 2, Introduction to Entrepreneurship. Now, in this course, we'll be talking about what is entrepreneurship, who is an entrepreneur, entrepreneurship character, the introductions, character development, developing personal skills, interpersonal skills, introduction, the knowledge of business, understanding entrepreneurship parts. Now, having talked about personal leadership, we need to now talk about entrepreneurship, because the title of this class is Skill Entrepreneur Enterprise Class. You don't have the handout. Geez, let me just send it to you on WhatsApp now. Please, if you don't have the handout, please let me know. So I will just chat my number. I will send it to you. Please. That's what we need, though. There is no slide. We are using the course notes. So I just sent it to you now. So you can check your WhatsApp, Cyrene. I just sent it to you now. Okay, so introduction to entrepreneurship. If you want to start a business, it is essential to learn the specific skills that underpin this quality. Now, the title of this class is Skill Enterprise Class. Skill Enterprise Class. That means the ability to commercialize your skill to be able to generate value to it. Your ability to commercialize your potential to be able to generate value for it. And value comes in different ways. Value comes through money, value comes through recognition, and value comes through growth. But for the purpose of this class and for the purpose of the current happenings, we are going to be focusing on how to use your skills to make money. I said it at the beginning of this class when I was talking about personal leadership. I was talking about my previous class of migration and refugee. I said in that class that, look, migration, me and you left our country with peace. Nobody forced us. We just left and said, you know what, I'm moving out to live abroad. But when we are living abroad, we all live with a survivor mentality. And we all live with a mentality that, let me go in 6 months, I will build 50 billion house. And it is not our fault. It is because when we are young, we have seen some people that live abroad and they've come home and they've done great things, which is good. It's not all of them that are legit. We now discover now that, okay, some people are actually into some very, very bad thing then. And that is why they will come and be spraying money in every party. We have some aunties when we are growing that when you go to them, it is chocolate they will give you. Say, auntie, my auntie is back from London. Say, it's chocolate auntie will give you. No matter, you say, no, don't worry. Okay, if you said you want to start a business, they will give you small money. And you'll be wondering, you live abroad now. But now, me and you two, we now live that abroad. We now see the reality. So when somebody asks, when you go back home and you give somebody a pack of chocolate and the person is looking somewhere, what is your problem? You know what this chocolate cost me, self? Before you know how many things I have done to get this chocolate for you. The reality has now done. Now, the problem was that when we were living, we were not given an understanding of creating mentality. And this thing also happens to us when we are in school. I got an understanding this morning while I was just going through my quiet thinking, that when we are in school, now some companies will come to school and say, you know what, we want to come and recruit first-class people. We want to come and do interview. But none of these people has ever come to say, look, we want to come and develop enterprise. We want to come and they will come to school and teach us business, but they will not give us capital. They will not give us funding. So imagine if, for example, a Cadbury a Nestle in Nigeria go to a university at the 400 level and go into business development, business management class, faculty, and say, you know what, we're going to take your students through process of business management. And then anybody that does well, the company has the facility to, you know what, we're going to turn them into retail. So the company will be giving them products to go and sell, and then they'll be making money from it. You know how many people that will leave school and then go into business? Now, number one, it will generate more market for them, but nobody has seen that yet. But they told us they are doing skill development. They are doing, what do they call it? Poverty alleviation. But we just come and we just talk and we go. So those are the things that has actually affected us, because they told us go into business, but nobody is giving us what we need to go into business. So they've only told us that we are going into business and we have this mentality of we need capital. But gradually we continue to see that no, you don't need capital to start. You can start, because we have seen some people that have started and they've done well. And so we go to organizations, and some of us don't go with the organization to create in that organization. Oh, there is an existing policy, there is SOP, there is standard of process, there is the way things are being done. But creation, that's why entrepreneurship is it's a creation thing. You can either create something new or create something out of an existence. It's value that would brings to you. And when your value increase, you make more money. That's just the reality about life. And for me, all I'm struggling to do in my life is to increase my value. If you see me reading, I'm just looking for how to increase my value. Because I know if my value is increased, if I affect you positively, you will pay. That's just the reality. And you might not pay me direct, but someone will see it and then they will pay. So that's why we want to focus more on how value can grow so that we can make more and run away from these things that we are all going through here. So it is also important to develop entrepreneurial skills if you are in a job role where you are expected to develop business or take things forward. Especially sales, business development person. See, even if you are not a business development person. Now, I was talking to someone one time. I mean, I think I was working when I got here, I was working in a finance company, and they were talking about marketing. And I said it that day. They were all looking at me, you know, the way some people look, who is this black boy? This boy that just joined us 3 months that is making out. I said, look, our problem is because we have marketing department, we don't have marketing team. Everybody was looking at me. What do you mean? I said, yes, we only have marketing department. We only have sales department. We don't have sales team. And that is why HR folds their hands and think, okay, sales department should die because they employ you for sales. But when everybody, what is sales department? Okay, there's it. But when we have a sales team, everybody is a seller, from the security to the top manager. Either you are HR, you are selling. So you don't see it as a problem of one unit and they have to die. Say, yeah, those people is their job. They have. And if you come from Nigeria, you will remember there was a point companies were selling shares, banks, if you remember, when this current governor Soludo did a rebase and they asked them that, okay, they have to have 25 billion as capital base. You remember shares was like, everybody was selling, every bank was selling shares. Now, was this salesperson? No, this was not only salesperson that was selling shares. Everybody in the bank staff was selling shares. The security was selling shares. Everybody become a seller. And everybody start creating, our bank must stay, we must create. And I remember then at a point where bank were even doing like, everybody become a sales. So before, if you're an operation staff, you don't have to bring accounts. But at the point, it's Swiss, an operation staff, you bring accounts. That's why you see, it's only salespeople. Operation, you are doing teller, you have to bring accounts. You have to take, because you have friends, family. And we begin to see then in that process that we operation staff, we are even bringing more than the people that are doing sales. Because some of the operation staff has one big auntie somewhere that works in one big company. Auntie, banks. You know, I'm just trying to say that, auntie, my auntie, please come and help me open this thing in our banks. And that's the way things are. And that is what creation means. And that is what entrepreneurship means. It's about creating. Me and you, we are not creating. And that is why we are falling victims. And that is why those that are becoming nuisance among our community, they are becoming nuisance because there is no pipeline to channel them in. Creation is the key to value added, and that is what will make us make the government of where we are living see us as serious person. You wonder why Pakistan, Indian are being valued? Because they saw the lot of creation that they've created in the country. Their value will increase. That is simple system. You know me, I know you. I'm not adding anything to you. My value will not increase. Time I come say, what is Korede coming to come and Korede say, we say, oh, let him come. You just want to have me in presence because I'm not. But if I'm adding value to you, each time you see me, you're always, Korede, Korede. That is how it works. So entrepreneurship is a process of action, a creative pursuit of opportunity with regard to resource currently controlled and prevailing challenges. Entrepreneurship is a process of action, a creative pursuit of opportunity without regard to resources currently controlled and prevailing challenges. Is an action. What is an action? What is a verb? A verb is an action word. The word entrepreneurship means we want to create is an action in pursuit of opportunities. And the greatest opportunities that me and you ask is the skill that we have. I was in a meeting like last month with the chairman of Dubai, is it Dubai Economy Majid? I can't remember his position. Now, one of the top guys here. The meeting was in what's the name? At the Address Boulevard. And he said he laughed a lot when he goes to Africa. And our president used to say, we want our state, our country to be like Dubai. He said he used to laugh. No, stop saying that. He said, no, that is your problem because you want it to be like, why don't you say you want it to be like? He said, because you people have failed to look. He now said, when he was wrapping up his word, I asked a question. I said, look, we have talked, everybody's talking here. What is the real thing? He said, the real thing is find one thing you are sending out and one thing you are bringing in. He said they would, he said, naturally, the economy, he said, this is where the economy of UAE is moving now. One thing in, one thing out. So even if you are working, even if you have a business, you have a job, sit down and build a process. What can I export and what can I import? Say, don't do 3, don't look for 4. Okay, let me say yam. Just one thing that will create a channel. I was like, woof, this guy. He said, that's just it. He said, you guys, he said, when I want to do things here, I don't need committee. I just go to my boss and say, sir, we want to build this thing. Say, do you believe in it? Yes, go. But where your country, you said you want to be like Dubai. You guys have a lot of committee. If anything happen in Lagos now, they will set up a committee first, even when people are dying. But here, nobody set up any committee. They just sweep into action. So you can see. So I'm trying to let us understand the fundamental of the actions, creating opportunity regardless of the prevailing challenges. A lot of people will tell me, this course cannot happen. I said, okay, thank you, it cannot happen. Thank you. Physical, people will not come. People are busy. This is all the people want to sleep. Everybody wants. But look, I have 8 people here. I'm so joyful. Even if it is 2 people, it will happen. Prevailing challenges. No visa. Prevailing challenges. But regardless of the prevailing challenges, we need to cook up ourselves and turn that skills into a money-generating thing. Some of you are selling shoes before you traveled. What happened? We would go through smart selling. We will go through customer mode. We will go through digital marketing. One of my very good friends is the one doing the digital marketing course. I told him, don't come and speak English. Come and do practical here. Come and show people how to post on Instagram and generate real value. And that is it. So who is an entrepreneur? I think you all have the material, so you can just go through it. Any person who identify opportunities, assemble resources, need to pursue opportunities and create an enterprise around opportunity and nurture it good. Now, if you look at my definition, you will see a lot of opportunity. Number one, identify opportunity, assemble resources, humans and material, pursue opportunity, create enterprise around opportunity, nurture it to grow. Simple. Identify opportunity. I identify an opportunity that there is a knowledge gap. Our people are dying too much in this place. Let's submit CV. I was going through my house one day and I saw a lot of African. I was so scared. What's going on? And they said they all come like 80, like they are close to 80. They all come from one company behind one more that wants to recruit 5 cleaner. I was bitter. I was so sad. Come on, what's going on? And it's not their fault. It's, I mean, it's not that it's not, I mean, maybe they don't know. I'm not saying that everybody should know. Maybe they don't know. And when you talk, they say, I know I can do here. I know if we do here. I know if we do here. It's not our problem. It's because we left with that mentality. But now I saw it, okay, we need to help ourselves. Okay, let's go. So he possesses a flair for creativity, innovation, as well as knowledge about his environment. That's who an entrepreneur is. A flair for creativity, innovation, and knowledge about the environment. So entrepreneurship character. Entrepreneurship is all about values and belief. You need to have a value, you need to believe. What are the character to develop? Number one, if you want to be an entrepreneur, a creator, person who uses skills to generate value. So that your skill, you will find it. By the time we get to that place, we'll build it. Optimism, you need to be optimistic. You need vision, to be a vision-oriented person. You need initiative. It has to be working like fire. Do you have initiative? Initiative start problem solving or business improvement projects, something that has been existing. I just talked about it now, that someone told me, bring something in, take something out. Bring something in, take something out. Then you will survive. It said especially agriculture. Some of us can do amazing that. Bring something in, take something out. Okay, desire for control. Do you enjoy being in charge and make decisions? Are you motivated to lead others? That is what enterprise is all about. And that is why some people does not want to create, because they don't feel like, I'm a leader. Remember, I talked about personal leadership. But for you to lead others, you need to lead yourself. So these are the values. Do you have a desire to control? It's not just, to lead others, to make decisions. And enterprise development is an harsh decision. It's very harsh. And that's why when I tell people, one of the quality to qualify for this course is that you must be patient for growth. We are not going to develop process together now that tomorrow you will start and you say, oh, you want to make 50,000 dirham. Because you are not making 50,000, because your customer base has not go to 500 in 3 months. Oh, this, that's not, it's a process to grow. And that's why it's important for us to focus it like that. Desire, drive, and persistence. Are you self-motivated and energetic? I have a friend that is going to come. She's a very energetic person. Are you prepared to work hard for a long time and to realize your goals? Are you prepared to have a sleepless night? This week, I've been combining work, trying to write these courses, waking in the night, in the day. And how do you feel now? You now sit down, write courses, and now have 8 people. If some people say, people go, all my not sleeping, reading this one, going to this one. I am so excited. 8 people attend a course, a paid course. No, it's a miracle. Even if 90% of they are paying need-based assessment, which is a minute money. People are paying need-based assessment. I mean, everybody that got my mail, some people are paying need-based assessment. How much? Tiny, tiny money. No. Your money is in my money is in your pocket and you will pay it. But I need you to rise for you to be able to do it. That's just the reality. So you need hard work, persistence to turn your skill around in the UAE. Because that is what we need to stand out. Because it is our skills that we will use in collaborating with ourselves. Collaboration with ourselves to drive. So if I said I want to collaborate with you and I don't have any skills, you would find it hard to work with me. And that is what we need quickly. Okay, so you need risk and tolerance. Are you able to take risks, make decisions when facts are uncertain? I said it earlier on. I'm writing, I mean, my sleep this week has been so awesome. And so, and what if 2 people show up? What if nobody even showed up? Hey, what if these people do not pay me self? Eh? Well, hey, how will I even collect my money? The risk, I said, let's do it. If we will die, we'll die. And that's it. Resilient. Are you resilient so that you can pick yourself up when things does not go as planned? I have 16 people registered that showed interest. I have 8 people. Am I ready to move on? Do you learn and grow from your mistakes and failure? Okay, what is it that does not, what is it? Is it the timing? Is it this? Is it that? Is it the people that I market to? Those are the things that you must be ready to deal with. So those are the character of creation. Character of creation. See, this class is not just about you going to start a business, but it's all about you using your skills to trade, to get value. So you can either use it to trade as a business owner or use it to trade to create value in the current organization where you're working to increase your value. That's it. So developing interpersonal skills, what are the skills you need? To join into enterprise requires a close with people. Yes, you need a close with people. So you need your interpersonal skills to be right because you deal with people to do business. You deal with people to create enterprise. The type of interpersonal skills you need is, number 1, you need a leadership and motivation. You must be able to lead people and you must be able to motivate people. Communication skills is very, very important if you want to trade your skill or you want to trade your business interest. This is introduction to entrepreneurship. So I'm introducing you to the skills that you need. You must be a good listener. Personal relationship. Don't joke with personal relationship. Know how to amend relationship quickly. No, calm down, Farabale, calm down. Personal relations is so, so important. When you flare, come again. Because your money is in the hand of those people. Good negotiator, you need that skills. Be able to negotiate. Negotiate. Ethical conduct. I have a professional that will be coming. She's going to be talking about business ethics and etiquette. Business ethics and etiquette. I mean, I think our class is next week. Yeah. Business ethic and etiquette. You need those things. Ethical conduct. Critical and creative thinking. This is important. You need to be a creative thinker. How do you do this? Okay, I told you that some people, some Pakistanis and Indians are beginning to sell eba, fufu, amala, sell jollof rice now. and with a beautiful, fantastic, magnificent, they put light everywhere. So you need critical thinking, you need creative thinking. How do we get people outside to begin to, for those of you that can play here, how do we get people outside to be able to create things? And then, okay, you don't want, you can create some things for those Arabs, Filipinos that has natural hair. What do you think? Critical thinking, creative thinking. Your customer must not just be Black people, but you must start from this and grow. I'm not saying that your customer should not just be from Black people. You must start from the Black, which are your community, and then those your community are the one that will begin to introduce you to other community, because they have friends, they have colleagues there. Recognize opportunity, please. Those are the characters, those are the skills you must develop. Recognize opportunity. You must be a goal setter, set goals, plan and organize. Decision making. Decision making. These are the interpersonal skills that you need to generate value. These are the skills that you need to become an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur is someone who recognizes opportunity and creates. So me and you will need this trait inside us now, so that we'll be able to step out of the darkness into the light, into the opportunities that is around us. Most of us are coming from are going to emerge from practically zero. No capital, no funding. But the way you develop your interpersonal skills is what will propel you from taking that step, one after the other, one after the other, one after the other. So we need an understanding. You must develop the character, you must have interpersonal skills, and you must be able to take action. That is the end of this class. So now it's time for, I think it's time for question, it's time for interaction. This is the opening class. Tomorrow we're having another. Tomorrow is going to be, I'm going to communicate the venue to us tomorrow. For those of us who has the mail already, tomorrow, please, it's physical class. Tomorrow is our digital class, and tomorrow is the business of talent and skills class. So I'm having two amazing facilitators. I'm having Adidai Ojo and I'm having Solomon Elaboya to go through. It's a process class. Now, I just introduced you to what entrepreneurship is. These two facilitator is coming to come and tell you 1, 2, 3 things of turning those things around. So you don't want to miss this class. You don't want to miss it. So it's a question time before we wrap up. Do you have a question? Do you have a contribution? You have something you want to say? Do you have a question? Please, 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 the floor is open. So it won't be as if I'm the one that is just talking to myself. Thank you. All right, feel free to raise your hand, ask question. If there is something that is not clear, please ask question. Hello? There is assessment though. Don't think it is just a class that you just come and go. You want to ask a question, something is not cleared? Hello, are we here? Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Olukotun, thank you. Am I sure people are here? Cross City First, are you here? Prince George. Irene. Diana, are you here? Ah. Okay. Do we have someone with question? Quickly. We need to shut down.
God bless you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
So sorry. Actually, I've not been around. If you notice, I joined like maybe 10-15 minutes ago. I've been on transit. Immediately I came in, I said, let me quickly tap into the anointing. I believe it has been awesome since, because even from the program, I believe it's something that actually worth it. And I know that I've not missed anything so far. This is just the opening day. Definitely, greater thing is still coming ahead. I want to say a very big thank you, and I want to comment on your efforts. You're doing a great job, and God will continue to increase the anointing. Thank you so much for the impact you've been making. This is what prosperity is all about. It's not when you start sharing money to people, impacting in people's life, making them to identify where they ought to be, the plan of God for their life. It's really a great job. Thank you so much for giving yourself down for this task. Thank you so much. I remain loyal. John.
Thank you for that commendation, sir. I greatly appreciate. Thank you. Okay, yeah. There's a question says, you talk about personal relationship. How does it apply to business, knowing well how difficult human can be and the money aspect? See, you need to be able to differentiate money from friendship. That's just the reality. Business is business. Personal relationship means that don't step on people's toes and don't keep grudge with anybody. Have a circle. And you see, somebody said something to me one day. He said, when you are in challenges and then you scroll through your phone and you could not see one person to say, you know what, hi, brother, too. And that means you don't have a good network. The personal relationship is make sure you have a quality relationship with people. But let it be business. Let business be business. The reason why most of us have issue when it comes to this money aspect of people paying for our job or this or that is we mixed friendship with business. It's not that you'll be stiff, and these things begin from when you are nobody like this, when you are trying to put the 2, 3 together. You know what? If I want to give you this, I'm giving it to you. But please, I'm selling this thing for 10 dirhams. Please buy. We love ourselves. We do business for ourselves. It said friendship remains when business thrives. Because if you want to say, you know what, money, I can't. If you don't keep a good relationship, you can't have good business. Because I don't know you. It is people that knows you that will tell me about you. For example, some of you that are here have not encountered me before. But these people that have encountered me before are what, through them is how you are joining this class. They say, it's good, he can do what he can do. Now, what is happening? I have a good relationship with them. And that is why they can refer you. So you need that kind of thing. That should be your relationship. That should be your relationship. Have good relationship with people, but place a boundary around it. No, we don't go more than this. This is where we stay. I sell chin-chin, you want to buy, this is money. It's 10 dirham. Oh, what is it? I'm your friend. You are my friend. No, it's good. Because if you decide not to do well with money, it will wreck, and your friend will be the one to say she does not know how to even do business. So keep good relationship. Don't step on people's toes. Don't let them step on toes. Say sorry when your relationship, maintain a cordial relationship, but separate your enterprise from your business. Am I able to answer your question? Thank you. Okay, so someone says, okay, Stamila said, can you explain better to me how you explain personal examination? Personal examination is you understanding yourself. I'm a very, very emotional kind of person. Now, there is is it in this class? Okay, quickly, it's not part of your course, but let me just, I think I can show, I can bring it up. Your lifeguards. Okay, I'm going to use that to wrap up, sir, to answer your question, sir. So everyone just look at this. This is one of my, I think some people attend my course the other time and they will know about this. Lifeguards. I said that the greatest level for change is awareness, knowing yourself. Now, every one of us, we have 3 guards. Number 1, we have our brain, which is our logic. I'm trying to answer your question, sir, which is our logic. We have our heart, which is our emotions, and we have our instinct, which is our guts. For Christians, this instinct is the Holy Spirit that tells us what to do. Your logic is your brain. That's a logical thing. It's that your emotions is your heart. You feel passions for people. So the question is, your life guide in relation to your weakness and strength, how do we now use these 3 things to examine ourselves or examine people? Now, look at my screen, everyone. Now, you will see your logic, that is your brain. When you are using your brain in the area of your skills, what it does is that it analyzes problem and suggests options. When you are using your brain in the area of your strengths, it considers logical option and help you to prepare for the future. That is this. When you are using your weakness, you are using your brain in the area of your weakness, it will take a lot of time. So that's why you see some people that say, you know what, give me some time to go and think about it. They are weak thinker. So what they use more like that is your brain, if you're trying to use your brain. But sir, to answer your questions, the problem is most times we rely on emotion. When we are talking about emotion in the area of your skills, you rely on somebody has done this thing for me in the past. No, I don't want it to repeat itself. Oh, now your emotion helps you to make quick decisions based on your feeling about past experience and learning. And what that does for you is it gives you weakness. It makes you draw conclusion on situation early, because you are using your emotions to trade. So look at yourself in these 3 things: logic, emotion, and look at your instinct. Identify danger and will advise you to fight back or run away. When you use it in your strength, it gets you to act fast without thinking something, protect you from wrong decision that may be logical but harmful. For example, you may have a staff, sir, that is not doing fine. And you are looking at it that, what is the problem? I'm just paying this person. It's not generating result. Number 1, he or she will come to the office late. He will come and even be fighting. What is my problem? But because it's from my friends, my friend to bring, I know. So you are using, it's my friend that brought him up. And I don't want to offend this, my friend. You know what? Let me use my emotions. You are using your emotion to keep the person. And then negative situation will be happening. What in your logic, your instinct will make you get out quickly and dangerously without cause. When you use your instinct, you quickly confirm. So what you need, sir, is you need to move away from the place of your emotions and then thoroughly understand yourself. Now, there are 3 questions you need to find. Who are you really? Are you the person that easily make decision? Or are you the person that make decision based on, I don't want to offend people? Oh, I don't want people to feel bad about me. No. Are you the kind of person? So personal examination is you finding yourself. What is that thing that weakens you more time than no. So you need to find that thing. So list those 4 things that we talked about, your experience, your skills, those 4 things, and then answer the question beside it and say, you know what? This one, how do I feel about it? This one, my appearance, no, I need to understand some things about it. So it is you that find yourself. And that class I gave you, that you thank God you have the workbook. You can, in your leisure, you can sit down and then do that personal test for yourself. Now, if you do that personal test for yourself and you see that you are falling below, so what you need to do is to make those decisions that will make you rise above those things, that will make you rise above those things in the place of your examination. For example, as a leader, if you are a leader, leadership entails decision. Leadership does not go through emotional. Leadership entails logic. For you to run well as a leader, you need 2 things. You need your instinct and you need your emotions. Now, what does your emotion do for you? Your emotion helps you to be sympathy about people, not empathy. Empathy, not sympathy. There's difference between empathizing and sympathizing. Empathizing is, oh, I understand. Now, for example, you go to your bank. Maybe you have your money, they withdraw your money and you didn't know. Or you call a line for a service and it's not working. What will they tell you, sir? They will tell you that, don't worry, we understand it. Don't worry, we understand you. We understand how you're feeling. We'll definitely help you with that. Now, they will not say, they are not saying, sorry, we apologize for it. We understand. They will keep saying, we understand, we understand, we understand. That is empathy. They are empathizing with you. But sympathy, oh, I know this thing can happen. Oh, I know, it's a sympathy. So as a leader, if you are tend towards that sympathizing a lot, then you know that your leadership is having problem. You get, sir? Then you know that my leadership is having problem. But if you empathize, you know what, yes, it has happened. What do we know? Okay, I understand. Yeah. You must not be too mean and you must not be too loose. So you sit with yourself with those 4 things and then explain those things. So if you are less behind it, then you need to be able to build your appearance. You need to be able to build your appearance, your skills, and your character. And how do you build that? It is by reading, by studying, by thinking, and by what? By learning. I hope I'm able to answer your question, sir. Do I answer your question, sir? Oh. Okay, thank you very much, sir. So we've started today, and I hope to have every one of us connect. This class is not free. Somebody paid for you to be here, and that's the reality. So I'm begging you to please not to waste the investment of those people. There is no free lunch. Somebody paid for that lunch. It might not be us. So please, I understand the current happening in our society, and I reach out to friends and colleagues that can fund people, and they fund this class. And that's why you are paying the only thing, I think some people are paying, the only thing you are paying maybe 50 dirhams or something. That's a skill investment. That's a value-based investment fund from your pocket to be able to place value on what you're getting. This course cost 500 dirhams. That's the reality. Course City First can, he can bear witness to it. That's not, and some people paid. I'm sure some of us, we know some of our friends that actually say, you know what, go, I'm there. So please, I beg you in the name of the Lord, don't let us waste the investment. What we have just done today is just a base. Tomorrow, I'm not a full lecturer. I'm a student in this class. So we have facilitators that are coming in. Tomorrow we are having a facility, we're having a physical class. I'm going to check your emails, please. Check your emails to be able to know for the direction of how to go. But please, 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 I beg us, don't let us miss this class so that those investments that people has made will not be wasted. My phone number, I've dropped my phone number. If you would like to have, definitely, I'm not going to leave you after the class. There's going to be 3-month follow-up. You know, when we have talked, we now need to go into practical. Everything that you've been taught, we now need to go into practical and be taking it one after the other. So we'll know where the problem is. Okay, do you understand? But for now, don't see your skill that if I have 10, 50 dirham, I will 50,000 dirham, I will do this thing. Put that money thing beside. Let's focus on solving what will make us get the money to be able to say. And like I said earlier on, we're looking forward to possible funding towards funding some little ideas. We cannot do it for everyone, but the little people that we can, based on the people that we are talking to support. So we might be giving a need-based, what do they call it? A need-based capital. It might be small, it might be big, for you to be able to at least jumpstart. Our desire is that after this session, after 3 months, when we hold the next class, we can see ourselves that, okay, I go through the skilled enterprise class and I start trading my skills and see how I become financial freedom, see how I start generating value. Remember, it does not happen overnight. Nothing happens overnight. The lies they've lied to us, is that things happen overnight. And when you get to Dubai like this, you will just make 50,000 dirham in one year. They forget that you pay house rent, you do this, you do that. Do you understand? Do you get? So let's forget those lies. Let's build ourselves. That look, even if they are saying they are not giving us the visa, we want to start creating what will bring value to us in this country, so that our community will be seen as a more serious community in the UAE. I hope I have been able to be a blessing to you this evening. Thank you for registering, and thank you for connecting. You can decide to sleep if you want to sleep, or you just decide to honor this little man. I'm grateful. Thank you very much, everyone. We'll see you again tomorrow, and then we're going to have a great time. Please don't miss it. Tomorrow, inshallah, like they say in this country, is going to be a physical class, 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. I have your emails. I'll send you an email of the location direction, and we're going to be having a wonderful physical class tomorrow. Tomorrow, I said, we are having a lecturer talking about the business of talent and skills. We didn't take some course today, so we are going to take it tomorrow. The process and product is going to be part of the business and talent, and then digital marketing, social media, Facebook, graphics. How does those things work? That is what we are doing tomorrow. Thank you very much, everyone. Do have a wonderful evening. You can use a reaction. If you want to clap. If you want to use thumb, use thumb. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're the best.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much for the privilege. We are grateful.
Thank you. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening. Bye.